IPMNation.com.
Self to the core.
It's full contact psychology with an empowering twist. A philosophical loofah for your soul.
For those of you not ready or comfortable releasing your inner superhuman, listener discretion is advised.
Here's your host,
Brian Brawdy.
All right, here we go. You know, you never can tell what's going to go on with Facebook. Will you look at that? All right, please stand by. I don't know why we're getting that mess. That's a new one, right? That's interesting. Well, let's see what this is. All right, we'll try that. Welcome and thank you for stopping by the glitch-free, right? The glitch-free version, episode 337 of the number one rated show here on IPMNation.com. You're in, if I can help it, to All Natural Being and the Gong heard around the world. Broadcast as it happens, thanks to our friends at Wirecast right here on IPMNation.com and now multicast live on Facebook, YouTube, over at allnaturalbeing.com and on the new Brian Brawdy app. But however you come to hang with us, we're always pumped to have you here live from the Transitional Radio Uplink here in Columbus, Ohio. Was severed to the Flash server. Who knows what that means, but it looks like we're still going out. With rebroadcast on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other usual suspects. Greetings wherever you are. Here in the Garden of the Mortals, not going out on YouTube. Well, I'll just be happy if we're going out on Facebook. But remember, regardless of what happens here in life, it's still your labyrinth. Your shot at running the table as you see fit. The hell with your critics. Time to ignore them and own your primal scream, not placing it on the back burner, but front and center where it belongs. That's why we're here, to be your friendly force. Some call it a blue force. Always putting your heart's highest priority top of the list. Reinstalling and reinstating the true wisdom and wallop of your inner whisper. I like that. I've always liked that. Rebooting your robust, finding your ferocious, all in time to out-brutal the brutal. That can be the cut and shuffle that fate deals us on a daily basis, and to bring your own bold once and for all. But before we hit it this evening, hello to my friends here in the United States, my good friends in Canada, Mexico, the UK, good friends in Ecuador, China, the Philippines, Brazil, India, Australia, Germany, Italy, France, Nigeria, Turkey, Japan, Singapore, Thailand, Belgium, Sweden, Israel, South Africa, Egypt, Puerto Rico, Kenya, the Netherlands, Colombia, Greece, Ireland, Peru, Poland, to those joining us from all over the globe. It's great to have you here with us, and I truly am fired up to be driving your bandwagon, to be your virtual hitchhiker if you're out and about and on the go this evening, to always be your biggest fan, to be avidly you, I guess you could say. But before we jump into tonight's show, it's a very special show. Let me ask you, why let anyone hijack your cognition, play you like a sock puppet, torturing yourself by being someone else's tool? Those days, they're over, as long as you decide to take life into your own hands. So what are we waiting for? Here's your opportunity to mortal up. So what do you say? Let's go kick in some doors. My apologies if you're over on, what would we be over on? We'd be over on YouTube, and for some reason, that doesn't seem as if it's working this evening. So I don't know what that is, but Wayne, if you can hop in and figure that out, that would be a huge plus. Thank you very much for that, if you can. Yeah, it figures, so how many could we actually do and still have a glitch? Now, I had to re-authenticate. Maybe you did too. Maybe you were one of the 50 million accounts hacked. You, me, Mark Zuckerberg. You get where we're going. One of the 50 million accounts that were hacked here on Facebook. Maybe that's why we have to re-authenticate and do what we're doing. So my apologies to the people that follow us on YouTube. I don't know what the glitch is. Maybe Facebook is like, oh, no, we can't have that happen. It's got to be on Facebook or nowhere at all. So who knows? And if it isn't them, I apologize. Let me apologize in advance. Dana Lee Sounds good. Thank you so very much for joining. Hi, Henry. We'll hang with you in just a bit, I hope. John, hello, everyone. Nice to see you. Hi, Rita and Matt Connerton. Thank you so much. Brian Bouchard, cheers to you as well, brother. Hi, Brian and everyone else. Rita, nice to, as I say. Well, Wayne, hello. Please feel free to get in and move about the country, Wayne. I think TeamViewer is still up, so you can figure out what's going on with the, I don't know. If you can figure out what's going on with that broadcast signal, I would certainly appreciate it because I keep getting an interruption message. So let me just see this. Eric, can you stand by for 1 second, everybody here? So we say edit. Who knows what's going on? Output in progress. Say okay. So I'm just going to ignore it. Wayne, if you're still there, if you can see, it keeps popping up with the same message. So I'm just going to ignore it. All right. Please, here in the thread, let me know if it seems like it's busting in and out. I would super appreciate it. Janile, good evening. Marcia, good evening. Thank you so very much for joining us. Mary Haggerty, thank you as well for joining us here at All Natural Being. Sorry about the glitch. And you know what? In all of this, I forgot to turn the clock on. Well, someone let me know when we're getting close to an hour. Probably not going to go a full hour tonight, although we've got some cool things happening, some things that I want to talk to you about. I don't know what's going on. Technology, what are you going to do? But when you stop and think about it, hello to Lee. Lee Rowley, thank you so very much. Thank you for joining us here at All Natural Being. I'll let Wayne figure out. He's going to go and work his magic. Hopefully we're still. If at any point here in the feed, right, why would this go easy? Why would this go easy at all, right? It's not like it's nothing else big going on. But let me know if here in the feed it gets interrupted. Wayne, thank you so much for getting into the back of the house. You know, even when you stop and think about it, it's easy to complain that, this isn't going smoothly as we had hoped. But when you think about it, here's Wayne in a different state. Soon to be Henry's going to be our guest this evening. He's in South America, a different continent. Wayne's in a different state, coming in on TeamViewer, trying to figure out why Facebook has decided to go, that may not be Brian Brawdy. Somebody better check, make sure that's really him. So just think of that technology. Think of all the things that we complain about and we gripe and we go, this or that. But look at what we're able to do. Look at what a great time. I say it every day. This is the most fantastic time to be alive in the history of humanity. Until tomorrow, right? And then I'll say, tomorrow is the most fantastic time in the history of humanity to be around. So I'm just going to keep going, Wayne. I can see you over there moving. Wayne, I wish I could show you all the different things Wayne does behind the scenes to keep this up and going when Facebook has decided to do whatever it can. Joseph, good evening. Thank you so very much for joining us here at All Natural Being. I like the picture you put up the other day, Joseph, by the way. I hope I get a chance to like that. That was something else. Thank you very much. All right, so this evening, while Wayne's busy figuring out what's going on over here, I'm going to bring on here in just a minute. Does anyone else want to be you? I don't know, Brian. I could think of just about everybody I bump into is glad they're not me. I'm just thinking, right? And given, the last time Brian and I pulled up in a parking lot, he pulls up in a Vet, I pull up in a minivan. So what do you think? What do you think, Brian? All right. So here's what we're going to do this evening. I have no clue what that means. So if you're waiting for me to type in something there, Wayne, good luck, because I have no clue what any of that means. So don't know. Couldn't tell you. But let me just see in case I do know, if that's Wayne's top secret way of sending to me, put in, carry the 7. And let me see if this is it. Well, I don't know. See if that worked. All right, so we're going to go ahead. Hi, Paige. Good evening. Good evening, Heather, as well. Thank you for joining us. Hello. Oh, hi. Hey. Mary Harry, I'm married to Joe, heavy metal Haggerty. Well, every time I see Joe and I think of heavy metal, I have to show you, right, in case you don't know what's going on. Let me show you that. Oh, hi, how are you, sir? Good. You saying hello to everybody? Okay, hi. Very cool. Give me 1 second. All right, now we're going to go back here. I think we're good. I got to tell you, whether it's working or not, Wayne, we're just going to go. We're just going to go with it. So here's the thing: heavy metal. I don't know. I guess you can see me. I can't tell if you're on the screen. Heavy metal. That is my. Okay. Oh, it was just a sledgehammer. Okay, very good. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you. Shane, thank you so very much for joining us here at All Natural Being as Wayne works behind the scenes. Okay, see you, buddy. Wayne works behind the scenes here to keep us up and running. I want to say hello to everyone. Hello, Shane. Thank you for joining us here at All Natural Being. All right, so here's our... Oh, you know what? Let me do this just to get this in. Take my iPad. Yeah, I realize I need a rim shot right at the end of that. You know what I mean? I need to be able to go ding and have that work. But here's what we're going to do. All right, so Wayne has taken over the computer in all of his password expertise, so I have no clue what's going out on camera now, so I can only hope that we're still alive on Facebook, so thank you very much. But here's what we're going to do. So, Wayne, as soon as you're done figuring that out, if you could go ahead and queue up Henry and everything else, because I can't see anything on the screen, so let's just do that. Or we could just sit around and chat. So why don't we chat while, here we go, while Wayne is busy figuring out what's going on. Why don't we, well, we don't want to schedule a new one. What do we care, all right? Figure out what's going on over here on Facebook. My apologies all the way. You know, it's just the way it goes. Into every life, a little rain must fall. Oh, man, I had a unicorn head this evening that I was going to wear to show you how I feel with a shunt going down, but I forgot it over across the way. And I'm not going to unplug everything to go over there and get it. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead now. I say we just get out of some of this, Wayne, because I can't even, who knows, right? We'll go like this. And then here's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm just going to ignore that message. And what we're going to do is bring in our guest for this evening, I hope. So I'm going to come over here. Let me do this. And again, you can't complain, right? It's just, it's all the different things that technology affords us the luxury to do. All right, let me get over here. Let me have my mouse back. There you go. Let me go over here. Okay, there we go. Now let's try this. See if we're ready. Okay, let's try this. You know what we're going to do? Because I can't get this to come up. Please stand by. All right, let's try this. Thank you all, by the way, for hanging out as I try to figure out what's going on here. All right, so here's what I think we're going to do. My apologies. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and kill the feed, and then we're going to restart, not the whole restart, but we're going to go ahead and see if there isn't a way, because I can't bring in our guest this evening because Facebook keeps telling me there's a timeout, and I can't get over to it. So we're going to go ahead. Warning, output is in progress. Really? Well, thank you, Facebook. I wouldn't have known that. All right, we're going to go ahead. We will be right back. Sorry. No, let me just see if I can't do this before we... Do. Please stand by. I have no clue who that could be. All right, so Tamara, good evening. Thank you for joining us here at All Natural Being. Having a little bit of technical difficulty this evening, but thank you all so very much. Let's go ahead, and we will do a quick restream of this because it won't let me. So if we go here... We will be right back. All right, so hopefully, thank you, sir. Hopefully that worked out some of the kinks. Maybe Facebook now believes it's really me. I don't know. Sorry for the inconvenience, everyone. Let's just see. That was 20 minutes, but I don't know if we're back on live now. All right, so does it just pick up? Is that it? Great, I think. So... For all of you, sorry about it. Smooth at my end, no breaks or anything. Well, a little different here. All right, Henry, I love the look. I really do. All right, so let's start here and say hello to everyone here in the thread. Candace, good evening. Shane, good evening. Susan And Jamie, thank you for joining us. Let me say hello to Sue. Broadcast is interrupted. Don't know what that's all about. But thank you so very much. Okay, let's see. Let's go here. Over to here, over to here. Oh, so now we're here? Groovy. All right, you're back. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you for everyone for sticking with us. Good evening. Let's see. And then, Wayne, you'll let me know. Let me know when we're ready to go. Thank you so very much, Heather. Good evening again. Marcia, good evening. Susan, John, thank you. Jamie, Henry, of course, thank you for joining us here at All Natural Being. So, what we've been trying to do here for 25 minutes, now into our new feed. Hey, you're back. Yes, I am. Thank you very much. So, what I'm going to do is, Wayne, can you go ahead and bring up Henry's feed for me? Just, we'll get that in while we're doing. Hi, Henry. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Brian.
Unbelievable. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the last thing the doctor said is, try to avoid all stress. Yeah, this will work. So then I guess Facebook figures I hacked my own account. So,
there you go.
You know what I mean? All right. So there you are. You're in. So let me do this until we get the split box. Hopefully everyone can hear Henry okay. Stand by 1 second, Wayne. Let me grab a quick control here if you would. And we'll go like this. No, I don't want that one. Let's go with this one over here. You know what? This couldn't happen at a better time. You know what I mean? It just could not happen at a better time. So let me go up to this here like this. Good evening, Henry.
Hey, good evening. Good evening. Just think of it like bringing a car in for a tune-up, you know?
Oh, my good Lord. Boy, Obi, that word true. All right. No, I like that. I saw that earlier. And with the bag on your head. All right, Wayne, I'm done. Thank you. Good evening for joining us here at All Natural Being. I'll let you get back. Henry, thank you so much. You should know Wayne is in right now trying to figure out. Dana Lee, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Trying to figure out how to get the A and B split. So let's do this for a second. Hold on. Maybe he'll be able to get it. So what's new in your life, Henry? What's going on with you? For episode 300, what do we say, 37?
337.
Something like that of All Natural? Yeah, 337.
Wow.
And not that you would know, right? It's all this top-notch technical production.
Well, you figure,
right?
You got to start back at zero sometimes. So let's.
Sometimes, yeah. Well, I guess there was really something to this. Everyone talking about Facebook being hacked, right? So in the middle of the stream, it wanted to say, "Hey, wait a minute, are you really Brian?" And then it just blocked everything.
Oh wow!
Right? I go, look, like I don't have a hard enough time from day to day recognizing if it's really me or not, right?
I know.
I'm loving this. Let me say hello again to Dana. Say hello to Kelly. And to John again, and to Mary. Yeah, I love the built-in alibi. Being a couple. There we go. Look at that.
Got it together, huh?
Low. I think so. We'll see. Oh, now watch this. And again, here's something we should talk about. Right? Some good news. Is that you're in South America. I'm in Columbus, Ohio. Wayne is somewhere in the outskirts of Michigan. I think Michigan has outskirts. Wayne is in the outskirts of Michigan, and everyone's coming together, thanks to Telestream's Wirecast, to pull this all together.
Exactly.
All right, so now maybe he's waiting for me to send this live. Stand by. Oh, are you kidding me? All right, no, I'm staying out of it. Never mind. All right. Maybe oh, no, he's still in there working. All right. So what have you been up to today, Henry? I just have to ignore. I can't even pay attention to what's going on.
No, just let him do his thing.
Yeah. He'll text me or he'll shoot me a pair of eyes in the thread, when I'm doing something wrong. But so, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, now we're going to go. Oh, wait a minute. See, there you go. All right. I super apologize for everyone that's put up with us for the last, now 29 minutes. Yeah. Just about everyone has a half an hour to kill, thanks to Facebook. Yeah, I wish they could see the picture of you, the bag on your head earlier. That was great. All right.
Hold on. We get it.
Yeah, there you go. Very good. Well, see, you live in South America. I don't think it's legal to have plastic bags in this country anymore. Woo! Double box. You are fancy. I know, right, Sue? Yeah. Sue knows this because she's known me for, I don't know, 20 some odd years now, something like that. Double vision. Yeah. She's known me for 20 years. Anything that looks good is a credit to Wayne.
There you go.
Right? Anything that looks crappy has my fingerprints all over it. You know what I mean? Good evening, Marcellus. Thank you for joining us here at All Natural Being. So we got kind of a big night tonight for everyone that came back after the interruption. Thank you so very much. So here's what we're going to do. I had posted the other day about temporarily out of order, right, because going in for repair or this or that. So what we're going to announce tonight, I couldn't think of anyone better to have with me as we get ready to announce this. I will be taking some time off from All Natural Being. A few weeks, maybe a month, something like that. You know, nothing major. And in the interim, my good friend, talent extraordinaire, what I've referred to him before as my philosophical filter, right? I got a water filter, I got an air filter, all these other things. He's my philosophical, my cognitive filter. Henry will be taking over All Natural Being. And I guess we'll decide tonight here in the thread if we want. Thank you, Dana. I will miss you as well. So everything's good. Brother Wallman, thank you so very much. Matt, thank you for joining us here at All Natural Being. So Henry, radio extraordinaire that he is, will take over and be working with Matt and be working with Wayne to keep the thread alive. Because to be honest, I'm going to take a little time, get some repairs done, a little nip, a little tuck. You know, well, I might come back a younger version of myself, Henry. You don't know.
Wow.
I could.
There
right?
you go.
Yeah,
that's impossible.
And let me also say that I've really enjoyed Scram. Yeah, you and me both. Right? I've really enjoyed being a couple quarts low. Because the mercurial temperament, you know, the instant built-in alibi of going, did you just say that? Sure. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. But the truth of the matter is that in order for me to be able to, thank you very much, Joseph, I appreciate it. In order for me to be able to fully recover, I'm going to have to take some time. David Ray Bowman, if you're watching, thank you for sending me the picture. Uh-oh. Jamie says, Henry, taking over for Brian might require some singing and dancing on your part. Oh, you got to bring in the guitar. I don't want to ruin the shtick, but you got to bring in the guitar. Because let me tell you about how this show is going to increase in quality.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Let me show you how this is going to increase. I play air guitar, and it is a sledgehammer. Henry plays the air guitar, and it's a real guitar. See? Already. Yeah, so going from like B-list to A-list with Henry coming in and taking over. Oh, and since Jamie's here, Jamie, let me also, John, I'll miss you as well. Thank you very much. I'm sure Henry will be great as he will. Jamie, let me thank you. I got a really cool, it's 3D art, and I promised I wouldn't open it until we were live in the show. So, Henry, give me a second here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, here's my.
Well, while you do that, I apologize while I'm looking down because that's the only way I can see the screen. So.
All right, here. Oh, okay. So now I should give you, let me see, do I have a backwards camera? I do have a backwards camera. Hold on 1 second. Let me do this. Don't anybody go anywhere. Oh, no, I can't do that because I have to clear. All right, so forget that. We're going to go back to this shot. All right, so it is a 3D, like a hologram, I guess. Jamie, thank you so much. You plug it in here, and I don't have a... I will do it. You plug it in, and it projects Snoopy. It's a really cool, I don't know if you can see it. It projects Snoopy. So here's the thing. I'll shoot a video of projecting this up onto the wall. Or let me see. If I plug it right into a laptop, will that give it? Henry will do a great job. Marcia, yes, he will, no doubt.
Thanks, Marcia.
All right, let me see. Candace,
so
thanks
for
the inspiration.
Hang on, Snoopy.
To have you as a friend. Yes, this was left over from. See, I'm not that bright, as anyone that's followed along here has figured out. But so when we did the 24-hour marathon, I thought that it was Hang On Sloopy. Is how it works. But I thought it was called Hang On Snoopy. I thought there it is. It's lit up now. There you go. No, I don't think I take the back off of that. There you go. But it's Snoopy because I thought that's what the song was. Hang on. Oh, and it changes colors. Hold on. Stand by. Look at this. So you go blue and green. And no, I like the blue. Blends in with my shirt. I like that. Jamie, thank you very much. So I thought it was Hang On Snoopy. The show is in excellent hands. Yes, it is, Lee.
Thank you,
By all
Lee.
means, absolutely.
Hopefully we'll get you in here to
Popeye
help.
Doyle look. Thank you very much. You know, it's funny. Someone mentioned that the other day. Popeye Doyle, Serpico. You know, a throwback. Throwback to a certain time in my life. Brian Bouchard, welcome back. Thank you so very much, brother. As I said earlier, Brian said, "Oh, who wouldn't want to be you?" And the last time we had lunch, he pulls up in a rare Corvette, and as I said, I pulled up in a minivan. So I have a vote. I can tell you right now. But Brian, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us here at All Natural Being. And Jamie, thank you very much. I'm assuming I'll get a chance to look at the settings and maybe the lights scroll to be different colors. There's a green, a pink. Henry would probably call it fuchsia. Green, a light blue. So thank you so very much for that. Left over from, I really thought the song was Hang On Snoopy. You are so welcome. You bring light and love into our lives. Jamie, thank you very much. Brian, loving it. Thank you very much. Hey, there he is. Heard him too. Oh, great. Thank you very much. So, Henry, let's talk about this. The transition, Wayne will be helping. So over the next few weeks, months, however long it's going to go, give us an idea of what you're thinking. It's going to, obviously it'll continue to be All Natural Being with Brian Brawdy, but now hosted by my good friend, my close friend, Henry G. Noel, the real Noel. There's got to be a better joke than the first Noel. I just haven't figured it out yet. The real Noel. The last Noel.
Be here with the last name Noel. Be in Ecuador come Christmas time, man.
It's kind of tough.
Noel everywhere,
Susan says, we'll be here waiting for you, Brian. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I super appreciate it. And it won't be too long. It's just that here's what we've realized. And for Lee Rowley here in the thread, and for Henry Kaminsky, he's probably not watching this even if he was, the last time we were on air live it clearly showed me that there are just times where there are just times where I should listen to my body when it says, "Oh, yeah, you think you're healed? You think you're good, do you?" Mm-hmm. And then it does stuff like that. At any time in that show, right? And at one point, Wayne said to me, "Do you know you left the opening canvas up for 4 minutes and 30 seconds? Totally just the headache, the lack of pressure, all the different things going on." So it was immediately following that show that I realized that given my own devices, I would just keep battling through. I would just keep pushing. And, when everyone says you need to relax, you need to take a little more time, you need to do this or that. And, I have a belief, I guess, that I know better than everybody else. So through all the headaches, all the ringing in the ears, all the nausea, all the other things. So finally, when we get a chance, we did the MRI, and you're going down this list, Henry, with the doctors, and they go, "Oh, well, this, and this. You know what that means, don't you?" And I go, "It means I don't feel very well." And they go, "Oh, yeah, but there's a clinical term for not feeling very well. It's like I'm a couple quarts low." Right? Like running the engine in your car without all the oil that it needs to work properly.
Right.
So in order to be able to get on top of it, we will be a little nicer student. But here's what I'm excited to share with everyone. Henry is going to do a spectacular job. I can't think of anyone else. Well, truth be told, I can't think of anyone else crazy enough to have said yes to me, right? Because, "Oh, yeah, sure, please." And that's why I said next time Rita's in town, I'm going to have someone else tasting my food, right? Because she's like, "Well, Henry's retired. Now you got him tied up 5 nights a week?" Yeah. "Oh, Rita sent some cookies. Oh, here." I don't want to say Kelly because she's the neighbor that I love, but I'll find someone to test the cookies before I have one. So here's Henry retired, and I said, "Will you do this 5 nights a week, for however long you want to make the show?" And Wayne, you should let him know that we had agreed to go to 3 hours not too long ago. So, right, Henry, I thought I'd drop that on air
Thank you.
right
Thank
now.
you.
So,
Thank you.
All Natural
I
Being, tune in tomorrow night for a 3-hour show.
3-hour show.
Reminds me.
Is
the
that like Gilligan's Island?
Yeah, a
3-hour
Gilligan's Island.
tour?
A 3-hour tour. What could possibly go wrong?
Listen, I'm not doing your 81 to win. I'll tell you.
81 to win. Well, listen, I'd like to be back for that. I think that would kind of be a cool thing, right?
Yes, that would be.
Next to coming up with cognitive spackle.
God,
Like a fix-a-flat that they could just squeeze in the back of my skull. That would be nice. But 81 to win would be a cool thing to come back for in December, I could imagine.
Yeah.
So I may look to do that. But here's what I really wanted to say. There are I think when you're busy running around like I am, right, driving all my friends crazy, going, look, everything happens for a reason. Suck it up, right? Marcellus is here. Do what, fate's going to do what you can to chop block you.
Yeah.
Brian says headache, nausea, dizziness, all the symptoms I've had riding in a car with you. I know, Brian, but look at the bright side. I have all those same things now. I just don't have to pay for fuel.
You can just stand still.
I can just stand still. It's room spinning now. Keeping my little skull cap on, Joseph, to hold everything in. Someone said to me the other day, "Oh, well, don't let it go to your head." And I go, "I got a big enough hole in my head. I'll take anything I can to pack in there." Heather says, "Please, please take care of yourself." So here's Heather, and I'm going to rely on you, Heather, to do this. One of the things, and this always gets me in trouble, Henry. So feel free to interrupt along about any time now. I've made jokes before about the Columbus Cranium Shack.
Right.
Right? I've made jokes before about 3 different brain surgeries.
Right.
And they still can't find the leak.
Right.
They can't plug the leak. So the reason that I see Heather and I say, oh, you know what, I'm going to rely on that, is that with Henry's help and with everyone's help here in the thread, everyone's help in Facebook and YouTube, I'm going to take a more holistic approach. Thanks to the Stephen over at tryh2.com. We talk about the hydrogen water. We talk about BioPro. We talk about the CBD. I'm going to take a real serious effort to ignite, if you will, my own immune system and to do what I can to make sure that I can beat this leak once and for all. Because I will tell you, thank you, Heather, very much. It's not a picnic, right? I would take these symptoms every day of the week if I got to tool around on a call with Brian Bouchard, right? But it's like all the symptoms, none of the fun,
No.
right? All the symptoms, none of the fun. But what I will be doing, and as soon as I probably here in the next week to 10 days or so, as soon as I know exactly what's going to go down, I'm going to rely on, I don't even want to call it alternative medicine, Henry. What would you call it? I don't like that term.
To me, it's natural medicine.
Natural, thank you.
I mean, it was the plants were here long before pharmaceuticals were. So, yeah, it's natural medicine.
Natural medicine. So
I think
I'll be taking full
pharmaceuticals are.
advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we talk all the time, Henry, about pharmaceutical, philosophical pharmaceuticals.
Exactly.
So what I'll be doing is relying on my friends here in the thread, my friends on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. You might go, and Heather might go, oh, Bri, I know exactly who you should talk to about this natural treatment. Or, well, I know exactly who you want to reach out to in regards to that natural treatment or any of these other things. So I'm going to go back to a heavy-duty reliance on all things natural and some really cool things, I think. But I have fallen into the trap of believing it can only be one type, right? It can only be Western medicine.
No.
It can only be this. It can only be that. Now, I'm not slamming doctors. I'm not, doing any of those other things. I'm simply saying that for me, at this stage, after 2 years of attempts to stop the leak, it hasn't worked.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time for me to find more natural, proactive steps to put some dirt in it, put some chewed gum back in there, right, Henry? And plug the leak once and for all. Heather says, back to the basics. I like that. Yep. Henry, what say you?
Yeah, and I'll do some work up on it and see what I can get you. as far as the on the herbal side of what's going to help and
Thank
what's
you, my
going to
friend.
regenerate that tissue to
Thank you.
go ahead and heal those holes. So we
Thank you
just
very
got to know
much.
what's wrong, and we won't know
Yeah.
until the doctor talks to you tomorrow. So we need to really find out what's going on, and we'll work on that.
Rita says natural and Eastern medicine has been around the world a whole lot longer than Western medicine. Yeah, I agree with you, Rita. And you know what, Brian? Here's why I love Brian Bouchard. Other than the fact that it probably would have been because we never really got to go to blows. But the first night we met, it was going to be a pretty decent sized bar fight. But here's what I love about Brian. He said Flex Seal. I've been saying that how long, right? This son of a gun cuts a boat in half, fixes it with Flex Seal, and sails like Brian and I used to on Onondaga Lake, speedboats across the water with Flex Seal. Right?
There you go.
The Russians apparently can hack into our election, right? And they can't come up with a can of cognitive Flex Seal, right? Just like a little fix-a-flat tube. You
That's
could just
right.
stick it, just make a cut, stick it right in under the swelling, right where the scars go. And I'll go, holy crap, I feel 100 times better already. What would be wrong with that? I'm not asking for much.
Nope.
So, but what I will be asking for from time to time is the Freds that have suggestions going, oh, did you think about this? Did you think about that? I'll go back to a more meditative, holistic, a belief, right? I'm going to walk the talk, a belief in all natural being.
Yeah.
Brian Bouchard says patent pending. I'll buy the first case, 2 cases. Put me down for a whole pallet. Or maybe not. If it works, I just need a can.
That's it.
I don't need a pallet. Yeah, so Brian, make sure it's a one-time fits all. Cheese Whiz. That's why I love Jamie. She
Cheese
says,
Whiz.
just squeeze Cheese Whiz. Silly string. I could squeeze silly string in the hole, and you could just pull out pieces of silly string through my ear. Because there's no brain left on that side of my head, clearly. Anyone that watches this show knows that. Joseph says, don't know if Flex Seal is natural. Yeah, I got to be honest with you, Joseph, at this stage, I'll try anything.
Yeah, pine tar sounds good at this point.
Pine tar would be good if I can get over the urge to, hit some bunts. A couple of grounders with the pine tar, but that is. Heather says it isn't. Sneezing silly string, that would be a nice, Brian, see? Because for 81 to win, if I'm going to do this Guinness World Record attempt for 81 hours, I need some cutaways. And I can't think of a better one than sneezing out silly string. Why not? What do I know? So, all right. But before, we got 13 minutes left. What am I worried about? What I do want to talk about is that there are different things that you know of. And you might say, oh, Henry, you should tell Brian this, or you should tell Brian that. Bubblegum, how about that? I know.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that would work. Because I just said originally, just pack some dirt in it, right? Just let me go. But in all this time now, they haven't figured out how to fix the leak. So we're going to fall back on a more natural, more herbal. Daniel, good evening. Big hugs right back at you. Thank you, sir, very much. So what do you think, Henry?
I'm afraid to at this point.
Hey,
You know,
you said yes. And
Doug, yeah, I
everyone
said
online
yes.
here heard you say yes,
I
pal.
promised you I'd do it. Yep, I'll do it. I'm going to need a lot of support, everybody. Please,
Yeah,
I'm going to
you'll
need
do
a lot
great.
of help. I'd say I can't fill your shoes. I could probably swim in your shoes at this point.
Yeah,
So
right.
a lot of
Full
shoes. To
spinal fluid. Don't kid yourself. You do a lot of sloshing around. It leaks everywhere. You know what I mean? It's like a sieve. So let me say good evening to Deborah Lee Merchant. Deborah Lee, thank you so very much. We were just bragging about Telestream's Wirecast, our ability to do this. As she knows, Henry's in Ecuador. I'm up here in Columbus. And Wayne is in TeamViewer in Michigan producing all this. So thanks to everyone at Telestream's Wirecast. And we were just saying, Deborah Lee, that I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Henry's going to take the ball and run with it, a baton, if you will.
Yes, a baton.
I'm going to take a little break and get on top of the leak. Right? Oh, there's a leak. Just Google leak. I don't even make it in the first 1,000 pages. Oh, there's a leak in the White House. There's a leak here. There's a leak here. Yeah, well, I got a leak. Not that kind of leak.
Not
I
that
get a
kind
noun,
of leak.
not a verb. Right. I didn't want everyone to think I was going to run off camera and they'd hear the sound of this.
There's
Right?
your
Not that
leak.
kind of leak. Yeah, not that kind of leak.
There's the leak.
Damn, and it kills me because I'm just learning how to use some of these buttons. You know what I mean?
They'll be there when
well,
you get back.
They'll be there when you get back. Mary says, my friend who beat cancer twice highly recommended herbals from herbdoc.com. Thank you, Mary, very much. And Deborah Lee. Oh, let me say to Deborah Lee also, everything, we'll make a top secret so I'm not ruining any big drum roll stuff. Everything is still a go. Everything is still a go. So the things that we spoke of last week, wink, wink, nod, nod, we're still going to go. So I'll be sending you out an email to let you know. Thank you, Deborah Lee, very much. It's my intent to take care. Which way did it flush? That's a great question. Oh, so Henry, is the Joseph, I'm telling you, Henry, listen to me. So this whole deal is off. I'm taking the show back. Unless you admit to one thing. Yeah, you're going to get up and walk off right now, aren't you? Bye, see ya. Yeah, I'll take my guitar and go home.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Joseph of heavy metal fame. Joseph just asked which way the toilet flushed because he didn't know if I hit the sound effect, right, or you did. So here's the whole thing. He wants to know. Joseph wants to know which way did the toilet flush. So, right, not to be like Jeff Flake. I'll vote yes to get it out of committee, but I'm not going to do it until it's an FBI investigation. So the whole thing is contingent on you have to agree that you'll get Joseph and Dana to just write a couple skits.
Oh, absolutely. Goodness gracious.
Hysterical. Which way did the toilet flush?
I love that.
Hysterical. So make sure that Dana and Joseph get to write a little bit of copy because I think they.
Let's stop the presses. Let's not worry about anybody being interviewed for the Supreme Court. Let's not worry about what policies are going on. We need to find out where the toilet flushes. I got to find that out.
That was great. Just happy you finally flushed. I know. Well, here's the deal. To be honest with you, Brian, I tend to flush all the time, apparently. That's the trouble that I'm in. I'd like to stop the flush. All right, so Henry, give everyone an idea in the closing 8 minutes here. Dana Lee says it'll be fun. Dana, please tell Gabriel we said howdy. Dana says it would be fun to team up and write some comedy with Joseph. So remember that, Henry, please.
Absolutely. Would love to. Would absolutely love to.
So give us an idea. What are you going to, do you even want to talk about it?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's, I'd love to be able to, obviously I'm not a Brian Brawdy, and I don't ever want to be. I mean, not that you're not great. I love what you do. That's just not who I am. Right. But I do want to keep things light. I don't want to make it heavy and heady and as much as I normally would. I don't want to be a professor to talk at you in one direction. Okay. I really would love the input back and forth. If there's questions and things you would love to get answers to, I would love to. Obviously, I will keep you apprised as to what's going on with Brian as the moment I hear it. So this way we can all just send the hugs and the love to him. But I just want to keep things light. I still want to get the messages across and still want to make some of this stuff a little bit more serious and get people thinking. But really, I just like to keep it light.
Sue says, Brian, pay attention. Because Sue's been my boss for a lot of years. She says, please, Henry, be you. No one can be that scary. Right? So she has to be referring to me. Dana says, I will. We are here. Brian, you are so loved. Dana Lee, thank you very much. You make us think. Let's have great dialogue. I'm with Rita. Great dialogue. That's what it should be about. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to mention. What's today's date? Anybody know? It's the 1st, isn't it? Or close to
30th.
the 1st?
The 30th, yep.
Oh, the 30th? So we're officially on transitional radio.
Officially.
Holy crap. Did you know that?
No.
I didn't know it until I just looked up at the logo and I go, wait a minute. Those are two sharp-looking guys on that computer screen. What is that logo? TR. This is our first show on transitional radio.
See that? I spend my time worried about you. You see that?
I know. There you go. Rita, thank you very much. I super appreciate it. I love you guys as well. But yes, this is our first show on transitional radio. So Henry's going to take some time because he has his own show, called Thinking Re-Envisioned. He's going to take some time to focus on all natural being. So I appreciate that, Henry, agreeing to put your show, kind of in the writing phase and
Yeah.
focus on this for us. So thank you very, very much.
Oh,
I
it's my
super
pleasure,
appreciate
Brian.
it.
Anything I can do for you, you know that.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. You always do. Lee says, can't wait for Brian 3.0.
Hey.
Whatever version we're on these days. I have to tell you, Lee, if every another quick little story. The doctor said you will define your life as pre-tumor and post-tumor, right? You'll define your life. The way you lived up until we found the tumor will not be the way you're going to live after the tumor. So I'm wondering, does that mean that after every surgery, do I get to be another one? So if I'm Brian 1.0, there's one surgery, that's 2.0. Second surgery, 3.0. Third surgery, 4.0. So you know what, Lee? I could be Brian 5.0. Oh, move to Hawaii. Yeah, 5.0. Yeah, have a flashback. Bouchard knows what I'm talking about, right? 5.0. 5.0. I wish I had some sirens I could play right now. Or I could play this. I could play this sound effect for 5.0. See? It's more military than... But we had helicopters in law enforcement. All
Incoming.
Right. So,
Incoming.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you all very much. I appreciate it. We will be alerted when Henry goes live like you. Yes, that's a great question, Heather. Henry, because Henry will be taking this format.
Right.
Henry will be taking this format and keeping it right here, right on the same Facebook page, right on the YouTube page, the Twitter page. He'll be taking over all things Unleash Your Legendary. And, his own stuff, right? He'll post the links up in other places. But, yes, we will keep it right here. So what might pop up is a notification that All Natural Being or Brian Brawdy's going live now. But Henry's a hell of a lot better looking than I am. So just don't be thrown off. You go, wait a minute, where's that guy with the face for radio? Well, now you'll tune in and it'll be Henry's face. Tamara, nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Joseph, thank you very much. So, yes, Shane says, how about Fix-A-Flat? I wish I could. You're going back to All Natural Being. Yes, I am. Yes. Absolutely, Brian. That is absolutely the case. So I thank you very much for that. Heather, thank you. Candace, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Jamie, again, for the light. This is great. All right, Henry.
Yes, sir.
Closing words as we get ready to rip out of here. Oh, it does cycle through the colors. Jamie, thank you so much.
No, everything's going to be great.
I'll put this right outside of the bathroom. It's my new nightlight. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so Henry, final thoughts.
Everything's going to be fine. We're going to just continue right at the same time, same station, and go ahead and just do what we can, the best we can do.
Well, thank you. So, you know what? Let's do this. Let's take a quick call, Henry.
Sure.
Let me see where we are. We got one call before we. Let me see. Here we go. Good evening. Welcome to All Natural Being. Who's this?
This is Jennifer. Is this Brian?
Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much. What's new and exciting?
Good. I'm sorry?
I say, what's new and exciting?
Well, it's, I don't know about new or exciting, but it's a good day to be alive.
It most certainly is that. Jennifer, thank you so very much for calling us. You want to say hello to Henry real quick?
Sure.
Hey, how are you, Jennifer?
Hi, Henry.
Oh, good. Let's look at that. It does work. We can hear you. We can hear each other. I love it.
All right, there you go. Oh, Wayne, hold the press. It actually, doesn't it figure? The final 1 minute and 30 seconds of me having anything to do with this. It worked.
Well, Brian, we have a mutual friend, and she really wanted me to reach out to you and just tell you hello.
Well, hello, Jennifer.
All I'm just going to say is Milton High School, 1979, and I'll let you figure it out from there.
Jennifer, the moment I knew it was you, I knew exactly where it was. So thank you so very much. You should know, Tamara says, hi, Jen.
Yes.
This is your high school. I know exactly who you are.
Oh, I love it.
You don't have to say, oh, this is your high school friend. Yeah, I know exactly who you are. So thank you so very much for calling in to say hi. And please give my best to everybody there. Dana, thank you so much. Blessings as well. Jennifer Ball, thank you so very much for the memory and for the smile and for thinking about me. I truly appreciate it.
You betcha, Brian. You
take care
good
now.
care, buddy.
Farewell. All right. Henry, closing words.
Yeah, help. No, everything. Yeah, we're gonna run. We're gonna do this, and I just appreciate everybody's help. I really do. I tell you, this is gonna be fun.
Well, I appreciate it very much. And then as we get ready, to do this, for those that have ridden this out with me beforehand, through the tumor, through all the surgeries, 337. Who'd have ever thought? I know Sue has got to be like, I love you too, brother. Thank you, Henry, very much. Sue's got to shake her head at times and go, I can't believe you made 337 episodes. But for everyone that has stuck with me all this way, thank you so very much. I know you guys will have an absolute riot with Henry. He's a superior intellect and a talent, and you will have a riot with him. And I thank you all. I'll let Henry know. As I move along. And I'll be thinking about you guys. And Henry, thank you very much for agreeing to do this for everyone here. And it's an absolute blast being on Transitional Radio. All right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you so very much. Henry will be back tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Now, but here in the thread, Henry, as you know, you may decide, you go, oh, John, I will see you soon. Thank you very much. Here in the thread, you may decide, oh, let's not have it be at 8 o'clock every night. You might sign a different time. So all natural being, you all will decide how it grows and how it moves from here.
Yep.
So please let Henry know. He'll be back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Henry, final thought.
Yep. Please keep me a force. Good, great, best with you, Brian.
Thank you, my friend.
You'll be back better
no
than
doubt.
you. And I am looking forward to handing the reins right back over to you.
We will see.
We brought you into Transitional Radio for a reason, and I aim to hold you to that.
Yeah, you know, brother, you got to be thinking to yourself, I just hired him to come to Transitional Radio. No, it takes like a month vacation. Yeah, I'm going on a cruise. Where to? Ecuador. Yeah. Be hanging out on your couch. That's what
I'll take it.
I love you too, Paige. I love you too, Paige. All right, we're going to get out of here.
All righty, kiddo.
Have an absolutely fantastic evening. Until I talk to you again, go be you.
Love you, brother.
I love you too, buddy.
IPMNation.com.